Welcome to Crimes Against Us. I'm Sand Michelle Jones.
Proverbs 16:18 reads, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall."
ABC News reported that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested Monday night in New York City by federal agents with Homeland Security investigations. The United States Attorney said the arrest was based on a sealed indictment. The indictment will be unsealed in the morning, according to Southern District of New York Damian Williams.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
On November 16, 2023, Cassandra Ventura, also known as the singer Cassie, filed a legal complaint alleging years of sexual abuse, harassment, and rape during the relationship with Sean Combs. Cassie also alleged that Combs made a threat to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Shortly afterwards, the rapper's car exploded, and Cudi confirmed the version of events detailed in Cassie's lawsuit. Her case was filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act. Just one day after filing her lawsuit, Combs settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. On December 6, 2023, Combs and 2 other men were accused of allegedly drugging and gang raping a 17-year-old in 2003. The alleged victim stated the incident occurred in a recording studio. The backlash against Combs was insurmountable that Combs stepped down as chairman of Revolt TV. Also, several brands decided to cut ties with his business. Combs took to social media and denied all the allegations in the lawsuit. Combs said, "I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." On February 26, 2024, the famous Lil Rod lawsuit dropped, accusing Combs of sexual assault and forcing the upstart producer to engage with prostitutes, ingest drugs, and engage in various uncouth activities. The complaint details elements of Rodney Lil Rod Jones' 14-month living and working with Combs. In the complaint, he alleged sexual assault, forced by Combs to engage in sex acts, made to solicit SEC workers, drugged, humiliated, and repeatedly groped. Jones' attorneys stated that the real motivation behind the lawsuit was that Jones was stiffed by Combs for his work on the Mogul's 2023 album. Combs' legal team cried foul on all of the details of the suit, calling them pure fiction, and denying Jones completed the work he claims he produced for 2023's Grammy-nominated The Love album. Off the Grid. March 25, 2024. The Combs case escalates, with massive attention on his dealings after authorities raided his properties in New York, Los Angeles, and Miami as part of a broad investigation into sex trafficking allegations. As allegations in Lil Rod's lawsuit began raising eyebrows about Combs' behavior, Combs soon became the hot topic of social media and major news outlets. Combs' then attorney Aaron Dyer called the raids a gross overuse of military-level force, and said the unprecedented ambush was paired with an advanced, coordinated medial presence. On April 4, 2024, A lawsuit implicated Christian Combs, Diddy's son, in a sexual assault that allegedly involved a staff member on a yacht that had been chartered by Diddy. In the suit, Diddy is accused of facilitating the environment that allowed the assault to take place. On April 26, 2024. By now, Combs' legal team goes on the offensive when they filed motions to dismiss key elements of the lawsuits. Some of the claims, like those relating to revenge porn and human trafficking, were not illegal in 1991, which was when the incidents occurred. This specifically related to Dickerson's lawsuit, which involved footage of the alleged rape being circulated. In the filing, they also slammed the numerous false, offensive, and salacious accusations made. On May 10, 2024, Combs' legal team again files motions alleging the lawsuit from the Detroit woman accusing Combs of raping her with two others in a studio in 2003 was filed too late, and the claims around Combs' alleged behavior are false and hideous. On May 17, 2024, Combs' reputation got another massive blow after CNN obtained a video of Combs with a towel around his waist and running in the hotel where he then brutally assaulted his former partner, Cassie, in 2016. The shocking video was played across the media and led Combs to issue a public apology.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
On June 9 to 10, 2024, Howard University revokes an honorary degree it handed to Combs, and he then returns a key to New York City at the request of Mayor Eric Adams. On June 10, 2024, one of Combs' rivals, Suge Knight, who ran Death Row Records on the West Coast while Diddy was at Bad Boy, dropped a theory from prison that Combs was working with the FBI as an informant. This is why, Knight claimed, Combs had been able to act as he did with impunity. On August 26, 2024, Combs' attorneys filed a motion to dismiss Lil Rod's explosive case, saying that his accusations were exaggerated and some even fabricated. They accused Jones of aiming only to exploit his fame for media attention and a potentially large settlement. They also mentioned that his initial gripe with Combs had to do with non-payment and that it was only when he teamed up with his attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, that he began to make the salacious claims in his complaint, which includes the assertion that Combs was using compromat as leverage to gain power and control over others. The complaint stated, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak OFF parties and his house parties. Upon information and belief, due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable. On September 11, 2024, singer Dawn Richard filed a lawsuit against Combs. This lawsuit is now the 10th case filed against Combs since the Cassie's lawsuit in November 2023. In 2003, Richard formed the girl group Donity Kane, which Combs mentored as part of his role in MTV's Making the Band. She alleges that Combs, as they worked together, subjected her to years of psychological and physical abuse, which included groping. Combs was finally arrested on September 16, 2024, less than 1 year of Cassie's lawsuit which alleged the horrific acts that are in Combs' FBI indictment. Combs is charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution, narcotics offenses, arson, bribery, kidnapping, and forced labor. Combs pleaded not guilty to the charges. However, if convicted, Combs faces a minimum sentence of 15 years to a maximum sentence of life in prison. Although Combs has a right to post bail and fight his case from behind bars, he was denied bail twice by 2 judges. Yet, Harvey Weinstein was allowed to post $1 million bail, which later increased to $5 million over allegations he violated bail conditions by mishandling his electronic ankle monitor, as reported by CBS News. Now, we do not condone any abuse towards others. However, we do believe in fairness for all. After hearing about Harvey Weinstein being allowed to fight his case while awaiting his trial, do you believe Diddy was treated fairly regarding his bail hearings? Let me know your thoughts by leaving a comment.